The Power Hour is live. KFAN.com/watch is where you can find it. You can watch the Initials Invitational quarterfinal right there. KFAN.com/watch, all powered by Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed.
Thank you, my friend. That's Zacho, man. They're all in here now. You can feel the tension beginning.
Almost time.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest, though. All the pressure's on Gaard. He's the reigning champ. These guys have nothing to lose.
Gaard does not feel pressure. He never does. He's never had a moment that was too big for him. Now, Chip Scoggins, on the other hand, he's feeling the pressure over here. I can see it.
But also, no expectations.
Yeah,
he's never played, period, before. So nobody's expecting much out of Chip, so he's got a free roll. Ryan Carter, you have a basic free roll as well, right? You're coming in loose and with low expectations.
Real low expectations.
Ron, you've won in the past. You're a former tournament winner. Ron Johnson can win.
It could happen.
Yeah, you could do it. Swedberg,
somebody's got to punch Gargi in the throat.
A lot of you could do that.
I'm
at
a massive disadvantage.
Why is that?
Because everybody else in here is about the same age as you.
Oh.
Yeah, give or take.
You're talking pop culture.
But I honestly believe that's a major advantage. And part of the reason why AJ does so well is because he thinks like Corey thinks.
Chicken fingers and, that's
and poker.
Poker. Okay.
Over the years, though, we've gone further away from pop culture and more towards just general knowledge, right? There's pop culture references once in a while, but it's more just knowing stuff, and you know stuff.
I don't know. My wife is... I also don't like the way you kind of introduced this thing. You said this game... Justin Gaard and Ryan Carter, Chip Scoggins, Ron Johnson, and Swedberg. Yeah. I was thinking maybe it was like Goldberg and WCW, but it turns out it's like Goldberg and Mighty Ducks.
Right.
He was saving the best for last. That's what he's doing there.
Yeah, you know.
Pretty much.
No. Shows you the ultimate respect I get around here from all our employees.
Ron, how have you been, number one? And number two, how was FanLine on Saturday?
It was good. Our old host was not there.
Oh.
We got a new host now.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, right.
Good for Nordo.
I'm not sure what happened to the old host, but, he wasn't there. No, it was good. The questions were pretty much dead on quarterbacks the whole time.
Yeah.
That was it. It was the fact that they won. It was a good game, and everybody wanted to talk about quarterbacks, so it made it real simple and easy.
And your take is pretty much what everybody else is saying, is that for preseason game number one, JJ looked how you wanted him to look?
Yeah, he looked good. I mean, the thing is, he just has to learn. That interception is just a learning experience. Never throw the ball if you're flushed out the pocket late. You can't throw it back across late when you flushed out. And Michigan, he could do it because he played Michigan State and they suck. So you could do that. You can't do that against a top pro safety and cornerback in the NFL. You throw it late, they're already flowing to the sideline because they know their rules too. If quarterback's out the pocket, we have to flow with it. And so don't throw it. Just throw it out of bounds or get 3 to 4 yards, get out of bounds, play the next play. And he's got to learn how to slide, too. That spinning and standing up, eventually he's going to run into a headhunter. And these guys in preseason, some of the guys he was running against weren't as good. We know that. They're not going to be there. There's only 56 spots for 90 guys right now. But that spin back in, no, don't do that against a killer.
All the reports are that Stephon Gilmore was in town yesterday to meet with the Vikings today.
Yeah.
Does he still have anything left in the tank, and would you be interested to
according
add
to
him to the
Rosie,
secondary?
Steven Gilmore. That's what he told us. We were like, Steven? I'm like, who the hell is this?
He knows him better than everybody else.
It's like Stephen Curry.
Yeah, I mean, it's money. I think it's like 12.8 on a salary cap. I know there's some guys that can renegotiate or restructure and free up some cap by giving them some signing bonus money and maybe getting them 14, 15 back. Because I saw Rob Brzezinski in the press box and we talked quick. So there's always ways to get money. Is Stephon Gilmore worth all that money? And that's the question. Is he's not as good as he was when he was a Patriot. When we saw him with the Colts when Justin Jefferson set him on fire. So which Stephon Gilmore are they going to get? The good thing is he's been resting and sitting around and doing nothing for a while. I mean, he's been working out, but he hasn't had to go through any training camps. So, yeah, I would sign him. I mean, Ben was right. When you look at some of the coverage stuff, the issues they had, I would sign him.
Speaking of Rosie, before we move on.
Oh, God.
I was watching Vikings Game Day live.
Yeah, he had a glitch.
And there was a moment where one of the producers was talking in his ear. And Rosie's pretty new to TV, so he wasn't used to trying to react on the fly. So he just did it's okay. At one point, he just stopped and was like, say that again? What are we doing next? Okay. And then he thought the producer had said position paddles with a P. And then you, thankfully, was like, it's battles. Oh, well then, Ron, what position battles are you looking for?
In his defense, he was drunk.
He thought the game was position paddles. Like, the sink or swim thing. I think he thought you guys were supposed to do the paddles.
Hey, maybe
position paddles.
Pickleball.
I don't
They
know,
was trying
man.
to figure out which guys were good at pickleball and who had the paddle. I don't know.
But the look
No,
on
it
your
was-
face was like, God, is this guy deaf? What is he doing?
No, so our producer is like the new guy. He has a soft voice, like Lori and Gaard. He knows about that. Lori Fisher at Fox 9. She yells at us.
Good.
Like she screams. She tells Guardsy, "Hurry up, you suck!" Like speed it up, speed it up. This guy was a little bit more soft spoken, so I understood, but I heard it. But I'm 44. Rosie's what, 88? So he's double my age. So yeah, he couldn't hear. But also like our monitor kept cutting out, so he didn't know we were back. And the guys were like, "You're back! You're back! Go!"
Yeah.
And Rosie's like, "Oh, welcome." And then his bike stopped working, so Dawn had to start that. Yeah, so it was.
He handles that stuff so
we were
well.
We were in preseason form. Oh yeah, and then he kept saying like, "I can't hear her." And I was like,
We should play a game tomorrow with him called Position Paddle.
I should just mess with his earphones the entire time
Yeah.
he's on. Just
yeah. So it was some technical difficulties, but we got through it, so that was good.
Ron, is a guy who ran a 4.540 allowed to be called speedy?
No.
Yeah, so I figured
No.
you'd have.
But there's the thing though, Terrell Owens ran like a 4.6 and he's fast. So
Yeah, right.
some guys don't run good in track situations. Like they're not track guys, but you put them on the field, you're not catching them. And I think that's where Jalen Naylor. I'm guessing that's who you're speaking to.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Jalen Naylor, if you watch him in game, he's fast. Like he's a take the top off the guy. Like Van Jefferson probably be considered faster than Jalen Naylor, but they play at the same game speed, which means he's thinking faster. Some guys are fast, but they think slow. And that's the difference. If you're fast, you can be fast as hell, but you don't know what route you're running, so you're taking your time. Jalen Naylor knows exactly where he's supposed to be, when he's supposed to be there, so he's getting there quick. Like that dig, if he's a half second late, that's either sailing over, through his hands to the safety, or it's a drop. Well, he gets there right when Sam Darnold releases it, right on time. The dig in the back of the end zone is the only one he has to work on. But other than that, like he plays fast. I think that's where it's coming from. But yeah, Terrell Owens didn't run a fast 40 either when he came out, and he's fast as hell.
Well, in the last 40 seconds, you called him Jalen about 4 times. Earlier in the show, I drew a line in the sand. I'm not calling him Speedy.
You have to. You have to call him Speedy. It's
you
his
seem
nickname.
to be on my team. Will you please join me and Sauce in absolutely denying calling him
But
Speedy
does he want to be
Naylor?
called Speedy?
Yes.
I don't care what he said. I'm not
he does.
calling him Speedy
He does?
Naylor.
Yes, he does.
He wants to be called Speedy
That's
Naylor.
right. That's his nickname.
Ron,
That-
don't do it. Join us. Don't do it, man.
I was going to join you with the joke. Speedy Naylor sounds like a
Exactly.
porn guy or something.
Yeah,
Like-
that's right.
And in fairness, so does Jalen. When your last name's Naylor,
And to be fair, so does Chip Scoggins.
But yeah, like, I mean,
man.
if he
Just
wants to be
call him
called
Jalen.
Speedy,
we're going with Jalen.
If he wants to be Speedy, he can be Speedy.
That's right.
His mom named him Jalen. I'm gonna call him Jalen.
Yeah. Brock Faber, Crazy Rich. I don't know if he has a nickname, Ryan Carter, but man, what an ascension for that kid, right? We get him in the Fiala trade. He's a nice little piece of the puzzle, and then, man, does he have an awesome rookie year and immediately get paid?
Yeah, that's not bad, right?
Immediately.
1 year, then you sign an 8-year ticket. Yeah, it's not bad. You take that, right?
But he deserves it.
Yeah, he totally deserves it. I think where you look at it too, it's easy for management to fall in love with their guys from time to time. You think about it, a GM trades for a guy, he plays them, he puts them in spots, and a lot of success is tied to opportunity. But where I think you can't miss with this kid is you look around the league and everybody's like, he should be on the Olympic team. Like, he's a good player. It's everybody noticing. It's not just the guys that signed him, that traded for him. And then you watch it. He passes the eye test too. Like, he's big, he's strong, he's fast, he's smart. He can run a power play if he need to. He can run a PK if he need to. He can just do it all. And then on top of it, he's got like an unbelievable personality, like good teammate, like just wants to help win. And I don't think that people give that enough credit when they look at, all right, he signed a big ticket. Like, that's the kind of dude you want around for a while, especially if you're going to build around somebody. Good head on his shoulder, good player. Couldn't be happier for him.
Greg, your thoughts?
He's great. Faber's great. They weren't able to do much this summer because of the cap and all that crap and the unfairness that the league has imposed on us. They did go out and sign the Trennan guy from Nashville. He's played a couple places. Ryan, is he kind of just like Foligno, who speaks Russian?
I think they're similar. Yeah. I don't know if he's like as tough as Marcus, meaning like he's not going to intimidate other people as well as Marcus does. But I think that they're similar types of players, like more straight line, forecheck, like get to the net. They can score, but it's not going to be east and west making pretty no look plays. Kind of. It's I'm here. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, and then he's going to do it. So I like it. I think he's an upgrade to like a Jordan Greenway. I think they want like that third line, the big boys again going out there and kind of punishing, being hard to play against, and they lost that a little bit. So bringing Trennan in, I think that helps that.
And they had so many injuries last year. That's the other piece of the thing that nobody really talks about is how injured they were, how many games they lost. Thanks, Rose.
What, was it time for position paddles? I wasn't paying attention. You know, he's used that phrase at an S&M club in the past too, right?
I don't know why.
I didn't even hear. I mean, I knew he didn't say something right. I just didn't know what he said.
Pretty sure he said paddles.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Like, is he looking to be resuscitated? Is that what he's thinking? Was that what he had?
Love that.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Love it.
Is that what you
Like
kids are
those
calling
kind
it
of
these
paddles?
days?
Yep.
It's inevitable.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
He's got his blue chewables.
he's got a blockage.
Oh, man. All right.
I don't know why everybody's so mean to my Rosie. I love him.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris defends him constantly.
Yeah, he's my
and he
guy.
needs
his
constant
role. Okay,
defending.
I thought he had a nickname.
No.
I think it's remarkable. You guys have button bars for Sauce and button bars for Rosie. And the two of you never seem to be on a button bar, and there's far more crap that comes out of your two guys' mouths that could be repeated over and over.
There's
No,
just
I don't
nothing,
think so.
nothing that embarrasses me. I have no pride of any kind.
Doesn't have anything to do with the fact
the
that
two
you
of
guys
you
have
just
the
don't
buttons.
save all your stuff.
That's a good point. You're right. That might be
No,
it.
Zach
they've
knows
got the
not to
buttons.
save their stuff or he's going to be in trouble.
That
So that's
might be
why.
it. That might be it.
Yeah,
Chip-
again, who would hit the buttons?
Yeah, does
Chris and I
Sauce
are the
have
two that run it?
Does Sauce have button authority?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not allowed near
The
a button
whole
bar.
show would be
No.
buttons if we let him have a button bar.
Yeah. He's not allowed near the button bar or his checking account. Neither of those things does he have access to.
Very smart.
And I learned from Chip Scoggins that he's from the Tennessee, Tennessee, and he drank a lot of moonshine as a young man. And I'm wondering if that's going to help him or not.
I took a shot this morning. Is that all right?
Did you really? Yeah. No, you had. Did you say that you had a guy in college who
The doctor.
Tell me about the doctor.
We had a guy named the doctor in the dorm, and if you knocked on the door, gave him a few bucks, you got a shot of moonshine.
There you go. See,
Is that illegal?
that's Tennessee for you right there. Wow. Yeah.
It worked.
What proof is moonshine?
I think you can run your car
I didn't
on
know
it.
they made
Yeah.
mason bottles the size of shot
It's
glasses.
now
Yeah, it's
mass
legal
distributed.
now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess, Greg, you've had some moonshine in the past. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
guess with
been
some famous
brought up
people.
backstage occasionally.
Yeah, I would guess so. Right.
Yeah.
So what
Well,
part?
do you remember the party we did here? I don't know when it was. When Montgomery Gentry was here. They had the most potent bottle of moonshine. And
Yeah.
Lee Valsbeck got so drunk.
Yeah,
That's believable.
that's so par for the course for her. Middle of the day, Ballswick just partying. What part of Tennessee are you from, Chip?
Southeast, over near Chattanooga in the mountains.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Wow, how'd you?
God's country, we call it.
Yeah, how'd you get out of there?
By the grace of God.
Where'd you go to college?
Tennessee and Missouri.
Oh, that's so you.
I bleed orange. Yeah, I went 2 years to Tennessee and 2 years to Missouri.
Which did you prefer?
Tennessee, of course. I bleed orange.
Yeah, yeah.
Why'd you switch?
I figured I better get out and go to school.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Too much partying?
Nah, just journalism. But yeah, I bleed orange. I'm still a Tennessee guy.
Yeah. What were your years when you were there?
1990. Just before Peyton
I
Manning.
was going to say that was just before Peyton Manning. That's
Just
too bad,
before
yeah.
Peyton Manning.
Still a fun play.
Who was the
place to go.
quarterback then?
Back then it was Todd Helton, who went on to play baseball and just got elected to the Hall of Fame, right?
Really?
And Heath Schuler.
He's Schuler. There you
Heath
go.
Schuler was the starter.
Washington
And
quarterback at one point.
Number one
Yeah.
draft pick, wasn't he? He's
then,
Schuler. Yeah.
And then I think Peyton was a freshman my last year. Did he come in 92, I think?
Let me look.
But yeah, Heath Schuler was the guy, and I think Todd Helton was his backup. So I didn't get the Peyton years.
That's too bad. That'd have been fun.
Yeah.
I bet that's a fun place to see college football.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
Put it on your bucket list.
It is. 98 round one draft pick for Peyton. So yeah, back it up. Yeah, something like that.
Yep.
Anyway, that's cool.
All right.
There you go, Chip. Well, we're glad you're here. How do you feel about this game?
Low expectations.
Yeah.
Just want to get a point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the goal.
That's the goal.
Let's go.
Somebody can try to take down the champ after this. Initials quarterfinal number 7 between the reigning champion Justin Gaard, Gregg Swedberg, Ron Johnson, Ryan Carter, and Chip Scoggins. And one of you listeners has a shot at $71,500.
Up next, it's the Initials game featuring the St. Paul Federal Credit Union jackpot. Call 1-800-320-5326 for your shot at the Initials jackpot next on The Fan.
Legendary comedian and actor Kevin Hart is set to return to Minnesota. You can see his hilarious Acting My Age tour when it comes to the Armory on Friday, February 21st. Tickets are on sale now. You can get the full details at KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
You can feel the tension in the air. Actually, over here, I'm not going to lie to you, Chip and Gerdsey are just talking about football. I think the secret to success for Gerdsey is he just doesn't give it a second thought. I believe that's the truth. Welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show. We've covered your Vikings like a blanket all morning long, because that's what we do here on your home of all things purple, the Fan. But now it is time to get serious. There's money to hopefully be given away, and there's a game to be played.
Yeah, we're through 6 quarterfinals.
I know.
Yeah, you had a heartbreaker on Friday. The secondary smoke versus secondhand smoke was the difference. As it sits right now, Chris, you're still a wild card, but we'll see. But if that had gone the other way and you had secondhand smoke and not Zach, you would be the winner and Zach would be the one holding on with a wild card. But that's how this thing goes.
I blew it.
It's close.
Learn from me, ladies and gentlemen. Don't do what I did.
Wasn't a bad guess.
I know. I blew it. Come on, Ron.
It is time for quarterfinal number 7.
It's time for the 2024 Initials Invitational, presented by St. Paul Federal Credit Union.
All right, let's go around the room. Let's meet the competitors, talk about sponsors, talk about the new rules. Like wild cards this year, you can actually lose in advance. We'll talk about that in a second. But first, what happens if Chip Scoggins or Gregg Swedberg wins today?
Well, Greg and Chip are sponsored today by our great friends at Great Clips. And if either of them win today, you can tweet at Marty Geldner and tag at Great Clips through the end of Sunday. And one lucky winner will win 1 year of free haircuts at Great Clips Salons. Thank you, Great Clips.
I can attest to the fact that Great Clips has an incredible finance department.
Ooh.
Some of the sharpest people in the world.
Is that right?
Sharpest.
Chip, thanks for joining, by the way.
Yeah,
Again, your initials debut. How many times over the years have you and I texted trying to get you in this? And scheduling's tough, man. So I'm glad this one worked out. It's good to finally have you in.
I appreciate the invitation. Sorry I couldn't make it previously, but this is great. I appreciate
This is big time. You're going to do it. And Greg, best of luck.
Thanks.
Trying to take down the champ.
Nobody wants the boss to win.
Ryan Carter is with the Wild Broadcast crew. That starts in, what, a month and change or so?
Didn't it just end?
It does feel like it just ended, yeah. But we're back up and running here in about a month. What happens if Ryan Carter wins today?
Ryan Carter sponsored today by Radco and Radco.com. If Ryan wins, he'll get you 10% off your entire order now through Wednesday, in-store online at Radco.com when you use the promo code Initials. Discount doesn't apply to toppers, but it does to everything else. Go Radco, go Ryan Carter.
Ron Johnson joins the Initials Invitational. Ron, at any point on Saturday did Eric Nordquist say, Ron, your thoughts?
He did not.
Then what the hell would people listen for? What happens if Ron wins today?
Ron is sponsored today by our friends at 7th Avenue Pizza. You head on over to local Jerry's and county market stores. Take advantage of the $7.99 sale going on all 7th Avenue Pizza. If he wins today, tweet at MeatSauce1 and tag 7th Avenue Pizza through the end of Sunday. And one lucky winner is going to win $100 to put towards restocking their freezer with 7th Avenue Pizza. Thank you, 7th Avenue Pizza.
The run of all runs last year, Justin Gaard ran the gauntlet and won the second ever Initials Invitational. AJ won it in year 1. Justin took him down in the finals in round 2. In year 2, he's back to defend his championship. What happens if he wins today?
Gerdsey sponsored today by our good friends at ABC, American Building Contractors. If he wins today, tweet at Mark D. Parrish and tag at ABC will help through the end of Sunday. And one lucky winner will win a $100 Visa gift card. Thank you, American Building Contractors.
Is he supposed to be 7th Ave?
No, we had to switch.
We had to switch. Got it. Right on. Okay, so here's a couple of things before we get started. You can buy the home version at initialsgame.com. That's initialsgame.com. You can also play this game all over the Twin Cities by going to initialsgamelive.com and seeing what bars and restaurants have it to play at. It's super fun. Do that.
Don't care.
Okay, here's the new rules. If you guys don't know the new rules. The old rule, that's the same rule. If you get shut out, if you get 0 points, you are out of next year's tournament. So far, that's happened to what? Tommy Ryman, John Bonus, and Alan Horton. They are not back next year. If you get 1 point, you are eligible to make next year's tournament, but not guaranteed. 2 points guarantees you a ticket into next year's tournament. The other difference is the wild card. The top 3 non-winners plus ties advance. Right now, Mark Parrish has 4 points. He's just almost a lock to get in. And then there's about 5 people with 3. So you got to get at least 3 to have a chance at advancing despite losing. Everybody understand?
Yeah.
But before we do that, we have to potentially give away $71,500 with the jackpot.
It's time for the St. Paul Federal Credit Union Initials Jackpot.
That's right, 1-800-320-5326. The St. Paul Federal Credit Union Initials Jackpot is currently at $71,500. You're looking to buy a new car? Save money in your current car loan? Do it with St. Paul Federal Credit Union. Now offering car loan rates as low as 6.29%. Apply today at stpaulfcu.org/KFAN. Federally insured by the NCUA. Get on the phones now.
Yep, Ryan Carter and Gregg Swedberg and I were just talking about this jackpot during the commercial break. It's up to $71,500. I don't have a plan, Ryan or Greg, if this thing goes off. I don't know what I'm going to do, right? Because at this point now, it's been so many tries at it. I'm kind of numb to it, but it's a gigantic number. It's going to change somebody's life. And Chip, technically, it comes down to you because you're going to pick the packet here in a second. But let me explain it thanks to our friends at St. Paul Federal Credit Union. It goes up $500 every week. If the caller gets one letter in the right spot, they still win $250, which is awesome, thanks to St. Paul Federal Credit Union. But if they get them both in the right spot, they win the progressive jackpot, which is now $71,500. Chip as the lowest seed, because Muss isn't in this game. You get to decide which packet we are playing with. The three that are left that just got taken out of the St. Paul Federal Credit Union Initials Vault, 6, 8, and 9. Which one do you want?
6.
You're going 6.
Good choice. Good answer. You got one right.
Okay. Chip picks number 6. We'll pull up the caller. We'll see if they win $71,500. Good morning. What is your name and where are you from?
This is Mike from Ogilvie.
Mike from Ogilvie. Hi, Mike. How are you?
Good. How about you?
Good. You have a shot at $71,500. Mike, all you have to do is tell me the right two letters. That's not that hard, right? You say 2 letters, I say you're right, and then you win $71,500.
That sounds really good.
That does sound really good. What two do you believe are worth $71,500? Go for it.
I'm going with R-T.
What's the second letter?
R-T. T.
T as in Tennessee?
Yes.
R.
So like Ron, Tennessee.
I love this work.
Ron, Tennessee. Ron Mexico was Michael Vick's code name. Ron Tennessee was maybe somebody else's. All right, so Mike and Ogilvie's going RT for a shot at $71,500. Does he have at least one right for $250? And is he still alive to be the third ever jackpot winner? Mike's going RT. No. Sorry, Mike. No. Oh, man. Nope. Neither. It'll be $71,500 again on Friday because it goes up $500 every week. So another crack at this Friday at 8:15. All right. Yell out your name. Your name is your buzzer. Got to pronounce the answer correctly. The initials for quarterfinal number 7. Let's all be adults. DP. The letter D and then the letter P. All right, here we go. Item number 1 of DP.
Clue number 1.
This is a group.
Clue number 2.
Features availability.
Clue number 3.
This does not feature water.
Clue number 4.
This is a collective of possibilities.
Clue number 5.
Involves romantic partners. Final clue.
Clue number 6.
This is all of the people in a community to potentially find
Guardsy.
Guardsy.
Dating pool?
That's right. That is a dating pool and the champ is on the board. Ryan, you had mentioned off the air that you like when they go to 6 because then you have a chance. You had the
I wasn't on that one, though.
opportunity on the first one. Dating pool gets the champ on the board.
Okay.
Justin Gaard leads 1-0.
Come on.
Most of us haven't been in the dating pool in a while. We're out of the mix. Here's number 2.
Could argue most of us never were.
I never was.
Fair.
in one.
Good point. Here's number 2 of DP.
Clue number 1.
This is considered extreme.
Clue number 2.
Implies a significant struggle.
Clue number 3.
Most origins have this phrase linked to the ground or the floor.
Clue number 4.
Has very few possessions.
Clue number 5.
Has limited resources. Here comes another one of those 6th clues, Ryan. You can do this.
Clue number 6.
This is the opposite of overly wealthy. And some people say... Greg.
Dead poor.
Ron,
Yeah, Ron. Go.
dirt poor.
That is the correct answer. I accidentally just copied over the that's right thing. But yes, dirt poor is the right answer. And Ron gets on the board. Hang on, give me a second. Let me put this back. Talk amongst yourselves. Rhode Island, neither a Rhode Island. Discuss.
There really isn't a dead poor.
Dirt.
No.
Dirt poor.
I was thinking of
I
dead,
had it, and then I was like, frick, don't say it.
I was thinking dead broke, and I was like, no, that's not it.
As we're killing time, can you believe Marnie Gellner didn't think Deadpool and Wolverine was one movie?
That's 2 movies, right?
It is. Yeah, she thought it was one.
Well, actually, there were 2. That is 2 movies.
Yeah, 1 second.
But it's one movie, though.
Right now, it's 1. It's like getting 2 movies for 1.
Needs help?
Nope. There it is. Got it.
That's right.
Ron, you got it. Ron has 1. Justin Gaard has 1. Here's number 3 of DP.
Clue number 1.
This is a category or group.
Clue number 2.
Often go by just one name.
Clue number 3.
Often connected to fairy tales or folklore.
Ron,
Yep.
Disney princess.
That's right.
There you go.
Ron is in the lead.
Shout out to Tatum Everett.
Yeah,
I had
exactly.
Tatum in my head. I was like,
Disney princess.
I've been thinking about Disney princesses all day. Like, what?
that's creepy.
Disney, I know, right?
That's a little weird. It's
I got
only
2 daughters, though.
Yeah.
And then Tatum had the cup. I'm like,
Either way, Ron, that's your 2nd point and guarantees you a spot in next year's tournament. And
Appreciate it.
gives you the lead through 3. Ron Johnson
Glad
has
to be back.
2.
Glad to be back for
Justin
next year.
Gaard
Can I leave
has
now?
You could.
Okay.
I think the other 4 would love that. Here's number 4 of DP.
Clue number 1.
Has a numerical value.
Clue number 2.
Is an indication.
Ron,
Okay.
decimal point.
Oh, great guess.
All right, Ron Johnson
feeling
out
it.
for the rest of
You can feel
number 4.
Dang it.
Ron is out.
I think I know it, too.
Number 3.
Oh, I know it.
Is a measure.
Clue number 4.
This is sometimes discussed during TV newscasts.
Gargi.
Yep.
Dew point.
That's right.
That is the dew point. Ron had the point part right, but dew point, not decimal point. Justin Gaard ties.
Shout out to Dan Barrero on that one. We talk about it daily. I thought it was sometimes discussed. The opening segment, 3 to 6:30.
What's the dew point right now, Justin?
Is it muggy?
Guernsey ties up Ron 2 apiece. We're through 4. Here is number 5 of DP.
Clue number 1.
Is a performance.
Clue number 2.
Most commonly involves two people.
Guardsy.
You go for it.
Dueling pianos.
That's right.
That was good.
I mean, he's the champ for a
That was
reason.
good.
Wow. Performance with two people, and he knew it was dueling pianos. Jeez.
I wasn't even on.
Guardsy. God dang. All
That
right.
was good.
Justin has 3. Ron has 2
Great, we gotta
dueling
get going.
pianos. Wow.
Chip, you in there?
God dang, that was
Yeah,
good.
let's go,
I
buddy.
haven't been close.
All right. Here is number 6 of DP.
Clue number 1.
Was a gnome in 2011.
Clue number 2.
First prominent in the 1960s.
Clue number 3.
Has a connection to Pigeon Forge. Chip.
Dolly Parton.
That's right.
There you go.
Tennessee.
Yeah, you picked the right package.
Tennessee
You picked the
reference.
right package.
Love Dolly.
See, you had your own fate in your hands by having that one. Dolly Parton gets Chip Scoggins on the board.
There's no way I was missing Dolly.
All right. So we are halfway through the game. Guernsey has 3. Ron Johnson has 2. Chip Scoggins on the board with 1. Gregg Swedberg and Ryan Carter yet to score, but there are 6 items remaining. Still everybody mathematically in. Here's number 7 at the halfway point of DP.
Clue number 1.
Could be mentioned in business, negotiations, and competitions or sports.
Greg,
Okay.
decimal point.
Greg gambled and is out for the rest of number 7.
It's a good one, though.
Gotta go for it.
Clue number 2.
Involves deception.
Clue number 3.
In a literal sense, should be regularly cleaned.
Clue number 4.
This is considered underhanded.
Why do you get it when you're out?
You blew it!
Clue number 5.
Is unethical.
Guardsy.
Yep.
Dirty pool.
Dirty pool should be cleaned regularly. Dirty pool is unethical or unsportsmanlike, and Justin Gaard has 4.
Wow.
And is starting to pull away with 5 to go. There are 5 items left. Justin Gaard has 4. Ron, you have 2. Chip has 1. Greg and Ryan yet to score. 5 to go. You guys are in the danger zone. Here's number 8 of DP.
Clue number 1.
Involves practice.
Clue number 2.
Does come with certain restrictions.
Clue number 3.
Are issued.
Guardsy.
Go for it.
Driver's permit.
That's right.
I mean, jeez.
This is a wrap.
Justin Gaard has 5, and this thing is all but over, but not mathematically yet. With 4 items to go, Greg and Ryan mathematically eliminated, but now you got to play for yourself. Now you got to play for preservation and a ticket to next year's tournament. So, Guernsey with 4 to go and a 3-point lead. If you get any of the remaining 4, you are moving on yet again. Ron, you're 3 back. Chip, you need all 4 to force a tiebreaker, but you are still not mathematically out. Justin Gaard going for the win on item 9 of DP.
Clue number 1.
Is considered a classic form.
Clue number 2.
Features an opportunity to change.
Clue number 3.
This is a game.
Clue number 4.
Ends with a showdown.
Clue number 5.
This involves gambling.
Guardsy.
For the win.
Draw poker?
Jeez.
I didn't even know that was a real thing. I had it
Poker.
2 clues ago. Is draw poker a thing?
I was on double poker. You know that video? Video double poker?
bonus
That's
poker?
not double poker.
All right, look, we have to do this. Justin is moving on. We did this with Do Young Park. Let's do it with Guernsey. Guernsey, you have 6. If you run the table, you tie the all-time record.
Look at it. My goodness.
We said that with Doe, and then that's exactly what he did. He got the last 3 as well. Greg and Ryan still looking to score. Ron, you're already in next year's tournament. But don't forget, if you get a point, you'd be eligible for a wild card potentially. So you definitely need one more. Chip's trying to play for next year. If you can get one more chip, you're in next year's tournament. Guernsey trying to just run up the score and potentially tie the record. 3 to go. Justin Gaard moving on, but here's number 10 of DP.
Clue number 1.
Is most commonly used as a metaphor.
Clue number 2.
A person.
Ron.
Yep.
Dead presidents?
Ooh. Not a bad guess. Not a bad guess at all. But Ron out for the rest of number 10.
Clue number 2.
A person, group, organization, or business can have these.
Clue number 3.
Involves resources.
Guardsy.
Go for it.
Deep pockets.
My God! Guernsey with 7.
That was there,
and he's
too.
2
That was gettable.
away from tying the all-time record.
We have a new king of the hill, man.
Man.
No, we don't.
Clues are good.
All right, 2 to go.
Man.
Justin has 7. If he gets the last 2, he ties the record.
All right.
Everybody else is
Come on,
playing for
come on,
consideration.
Come on, boys.
Teamwork, buddy.
Here is number 11 of DP.
Clue number 1.
Features rights.
Clue number 2.
Is considered an asset.
Guardsy.
Go for it.
Divorce papers.
All right, there we go.
Hey, we got a chance.
I was
All right.
feeling it that time.
The record is safe. Now everybody else, that opens the door for the rest of you.
Guess I'm not
Clue
going to go on
number
Jeopardy.
3.
This is a person.
Ryan.
Dr.
Phil.
No. Nope. Ryan Carter swings.
I don't even have that in my head.
It's a person. Ryan Carter, Justin Gaard out for the rest of number 11.
He's got assets.
Clue number 4.
Originate from a pool.
Clue number 5.
Are often traded.
Greg.
Yep.
Draft picks?
Draft pick. There we go. It's a draft pick.
There you go.
And Greg is not shut out.
Pressure on me here.
Honey, I did it. I got one.
I had that. I didn't think the pick got me.
All right. So
That's you.
Guernsey can't get 9, but you can get 8, which is still pretty sick. Greg, you need this to guarantee a spot in the next year's
I don't
tournament.
deserve a spot next
Ron,
year's
you need this to stay alive for a potential wild card. Ryan, you need this to avoid getting shut out of next year's tournament, and Chip needs this to guarantee himself in the next year's tournament.
Come on, Ryan.
All of you, Guernsey's playing for pride. The rest of you have something to play for. Here's number 12 of DP.
Clue number 1.
Involves running.
Guardsy.
No,
For his 8th point.
I got nothing to lose. Democratic Party.
All right. Wow.
Bye.
He throws his paper in disgust. He gets 7 and he's mad. No. Justin Gaard out for the rest of number 12. Again, opening the door for all 4 of you.
Clue number 2.
Features socializing.
Democratic Party. Are we sure? You blew it!
Right?
Clue number 3.
Is commonly open to the public.
Clue number 4.
Sometimes includes ramps.
Clue number 5.
Oh, Ron.
Ron.
Dog park.
Yes! Dog Park.
I was thinking that.
Dog Park, Ron.
What's the ramps thing?
They have ramps sometimes in the
ramps
parks
for
for
the
the dogs to run up and down the ramps.
I
was thinking
in
dirt
my
park,
head,
but I'm
too.
like, it's not dirt park.
No, it's a dog park. Ron,
then
you're
he said
alive for a
ramps.
wild card. If it ended right now, you would be in. We're going to talk
right.
about that later.
I think it's likely. No.
Ryan out of next year's tournament. Dr. Phil was brilliant, though. Dr. Phil? That's a
How do you
person?
not have Dr. Phil?
No, maybe.
Freaking Dew Point.
Dan
You didn't have any people. I was like, he's got to have.
You didn't have dead presidents.
No.
I was,
You didn't
every
have a
time
single
you started,
person.
Double play.
You didn't have- and I was
Dolly
like, he's-
Parton. Dolly
Oh, yeah,
Parton. Chip got Dolly. Yeah.
Draft pick should have been the one I got.
Guernsey,
Yeah, that's
though.
one we all should have gotten. We all should have gotten draft picks.
I was undrafted.
Guernsey dominated, then took a couple of gambles, but still, Justin, 7 points. What happens now, Guernsey?
For the good guys, American Building Contractors, tweet at Mark D. Parrish and tag ABC will help through the end of Sunday, and one lucky winner will win a $100 Visa gift card.
I should have been the 31 seed. I mean, lucky.
Hey, you're alive, dude. You're not out yet. It's not over for you yet. We're even talking that now we've had this many people with 3. We
think
might
it's
have to have a
likely.
play-in game. So
do it.
we have to figure that out because spinning the wheel and just having people randomly selected is an option.
Nah.
That's not as fun as playing for it. We might play it in. But Guernsey automatically moving on for the second consecutive year.
Wow. Or Stephon Diggs would say, leave it in.
Yikes. Calm down, Zach.
That's what Adrian Peterson said.
Well,
Number of people. How do we get out of this, Corey? I don't know. How do we pivot?
I don't know how we do.
Dolly Parton was what a
Gosh,
what,
That was good.
that was
I've
fate
met
for
her,
Chipper.
so I
I met the goal.
Yeah, that was definitely Chip's wheelhouse. We just talked about how he
No
grew
shot
up in
at
Tennessee
getting
and he
Dolly
got
Thank
it.
you.
That was not even on my mind.
Corey, this game's a lot easier when you're in a car playing by yourself.
It really is. Yeah.
What happened to like Dog Pound?
Well, Dog Park.
Like Snoop
Double
Dogg,
play?
USA, like double play, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of options.
Dead
Detroit
Presidents. I
Pistons,
thought Dead
Domino's
Presidents was
Pizza.
coming.
There's a lot of them. Dr. Phil is one.
I'm going to tell you, Guernsey took his foot off the
Dr.
gas.
Phil.
He did.
That's like
He
the only
gambled.
one I was sitting on. I was sitting on that. Nothing.
Guernsey gambled those last couple.
He took his foot off the gas. He didn't want to. He didn't want to
He
show
could've
his
had-
hand too much. I
wanted to
think.
at least- he wanted to let me get one
Yeah.
so that I wouldn't like fire him.
Right. That was. I think there was something to that. I think we
Although
got a new
maybe
king of the hill. I really do. I
And
think.
he might have done that to make Doe Young Park overly confident
That's
that
my
that
point.
Guernsey can't catch him.
That's my
Is
point.
Doe Young hyphenated?
It sure is.
Then that would be DP.
It could be
It
DP
could have
as
been.
well.
Oh,
Absolutely. could
trickery.
be.
Yeah.
The kid's good, man.
Ryan,
There's a
I'm-
reason why he's got a trophy
sorry.
on his desk.
I'm just surprised you didn't go with. Well, no, never mind. You couldn't do that.
Don't say that.
Oh yeah.
That's why I said let's all be adults when I announce the initials. Let's all be
Well, how about the
adults.
first clues, too?
Let's go back here.
Yeah.
Hockey's favorite thing.
Which for the first one?
Yeah. It
Is
was
a group?
and then
Features of-
romantic partners.
Yeah, features availability. All right. I mean, I guess. There's a collective of possibilities. Yeah, there's a lot of clues. Does not feature water?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I guess.
yucky. Who do we have on Friday?
Look ahead.
Zacho. Who plays on Friday?
Is that Sauce's group?
Saucy versus JK versus Charge versus Alexis versus Lawyer Lambert.
And JK, not John Creasy. This is John Krasinski.
That's right.
So Sauce, Krasinski's sneaky good
I was
too.
going to say, how many times does he play?
Well, that's why I put the wild card in because he got 5 last year
That's
and
right.
lost. And I'm
Yeah,
like, man, that's not
right.
quite
Yep.
fair.
Yep.
So Krasinski, Chart, you said Alexis Pearson making a return because she was out of last year's tournament because she got shut out 2 years ago. And how great would it be if Lawyer Lambert sent Sauce home on Friday? If Sauce loses, that's one thing. But if his dad beats him,
Yeah.
God,
Yeah,
that
like
would
he
be-
used to when he was a kid.
Hawk, how would you done with these clues today, Hawk?
Terrible. Today, this was not, I had nothing today.
These were hard, man.
Yeah, these were hard. I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. We got a new king of the hill.
yeah, he made it sound easy.
Guernsey's making it sound easy. He's something else. I think
Dueling pianos after 2
That was
clues.
nice.
Yeah.
That was good.
I was thinking dance party.
Driver's
Yeah, that's
permit
where I
was
was.
quick.
I was stuck on that the whole game.
Didn't have anything.
yeah, that today was hard, man.
Dance party could have been a
Deep
couple
pockets.
of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sauce is feeling the pressure back here behind me. I don't know. He's a little
How
worried
would
about
Sauce
it.
have done today?
How would you have done
Sauce.
today, Saucy?
I got Dolly Parton after the first clue. Zach can verify that. That wouldn't have been that well. I wouldn't have done that well. I would have been in awe of Gregg Swedberg and I being in the same room.
Yeah.
Wow.
All I can't say is I blame
Is it
you.
contract negotiation time?
Not quite.
Always. With Sauce, it's always.
Always, yeah.
He's always in a little bit of jeopardy.
Paul knows I love him.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, Gerdsey, moving on.
Well, there you go. Congratulations. And again, Chip, thank you, buddy.
Thank you,
for coming
guys.
in.
This is fun.
What do you think about your Golden Gopher football squad this year?
6-6.
What's the over-under, Sauce? Is it 4.5? 5-ish?
5, yeah, and that would be a win for me. Is he going to let him throw
I'll
the
say
ball?
6
at all?
and 6.
Is he going to let him throw the ball? The kid can throw the ball, right?
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, right.
Ryan Carter, what about you? What about realistic expectations for the Wild this season? What kind of a year is this? Is it still another Suter Parisi excuse year, or what is this?
Yeah, I think that, I mean, they didn't change much. Greg was talking about it before. They didn't have a lot of flexibility. They've got like one new name, that Yakov Trenin. They're going to need everybody else to be better. I think they had a lot of things go sideways last year. You know, goaltending struggled for a while, and then it started to figure it out. I think if the young kid or Gustafsson gets a little bit better, they get a couple saves, they start a little better. I think that the schedule for them this year too is set up kind of nice. They get 2 gettable games at home. Then they can kind of catch their breath. They go on the road for a bit and go from there. But I think it's like a similar 6-10 kind of spot in the West, and maybe they make a third in the Central playoff spot. But I think they're right there.
What's the TV situation? Is that going to still be on Bally?
It's on Bally till it's not. I think that's the only information I have. I think it's in the courts and it's going at a snail's pace, I think. But yeah, it's on Bally till it's not. So as far as we know, it's on Bally.
As long as you're there, it doesn't matter.
That's right.
How long realistically are we
I'll be
waiting
there,
for
but
this?
not here.
You're the man.
This kid that they
You're
just
the best
drafted,
analyst they got.
that everybody seemed to be thrilled about. This kid they just drafted. Is it a year or two? How far do we?
Well, yeah,
look down the road?
everybody's super stoked about him for multiple reasons. I think he was projected to be a top 5 pick, and I don't think the Wild have ever had a top 5 pick. Now he fell to 12, but he's got that kind of talent. He's good. He's a winner. And then he also adds an element that the Wild just don't have and really have never had, and it's that guy that doesn't panic on the blue line, making plays, running a power play. So he's one of those guys that I think could really change the way that the Wild play hockey too. So it's exciting.
Ron, 30 seconds. Joint practices this week, Browns and Vikings. What are the Vikings looking to accomplish without getting into fights?
Oh, yeah. They get into fights, they're going to get fined, and then so they don't want to do that. I mean, honestly, just see what these veterans are going to do, because they're going to get actual controlled situations where they can go full go. I don't expect to see a lot of them playing the game, because they're going to get that in these 2 days of heavy hitting. I think it's like 6 or 7 full go live periods. So they're trying to really see what they have in these guys. And then, of course, the number 2. So, like, N'Keal Harry, some of those guys who could make the roster.
All right, so more of that on Saturday against Cleveland.
Probably.
Well done, dude. You're in the mix. It's not over for you yet, Ron. It's not over. 3 is technically still alive. You're still a
Carter, it's over for
breathing
you.
person.
How many did Tommy Olsen get when he won?
4, I think.
He got 4. He did.
So, I mean, 3 solid,
Absolutely,
dude.
yeah.
Thanks to the entire group, Chip, Ryan, Greg, Justin, Ron. Thanks for joining. Again, Friday, quarterfinal number 8. The quarterfinals are almost over. The final one is a week from today. 9 to noon is next. We're back tomorrow, 5:30 to 9. See you then.